conservatives again. A modern, compassionate conservatism is right for our times, right for this new generation, right for our party and right for our country. And if we have the courage to grab it, to seize it, the bravery to fight for it with every ounce of vigour and passion in our bodies, nothing and no one will stop us.
Welcome to Webcam.
David Cameron's somewhat a pain in the ass. Too many twits might make it.
I want to talk about the future. He was the future once. Mr. Speaker, for 10 years he has plotted and schemed to have this job, and for what? No conviction, just calculation. No vision, just a vacuum. Last week he lost his political authority. This week he's losing his moral authority. How long are we going to have to wait before the past makes way for the future?
Now, there are many things that unite the team that I'm proud to have in my shadow cabinet. But above all, it is a burning desire to improve our society. We are ready, together with you, to take this country through some tough times, but to better days ahead.
I was going to be nice to Lee, right on. She had to explain yesterday that she dresses in accordance with wherever she goes. She wears a helmet to a building site, wears Indian clothes to Indian parts of her country. Presumably when she goes to a cabinet meeting, she dresses as a clown.
Stability has gone out of the window. Prudence is dead. Labour has done it again.
So let us get together to make our country better. Let us reject the path of decline. Let's change our future. Let's do it together. So please accept this invitation and join us in forming the next government of Britain.
Today this could be the greatest day of our life.
I speak a lot about our mission as a party to build the big society. Put simply, this is a society bound by togetherness, by neighbourliness, and understanding that life is not about me, life is about we, us, together, what we people do together, not just the government, but all of us, acting to build that bigger society.
Stay close to me.
You can only be sure of change with the Conservatives. We're going to explain that real change is not just one bunch of politicians telling everyone what they're going to do. Real change is when the whole country comes together. Not just voting for a new government, but taking part in a new government. Changing our country together. I love this country, and I think we can do even better in the years ahead. We can go on, solve our problems, and do great things. And there will be difficult decisions, but I want to lead us through those to better times ahead.
You met my friend here. Oh, let him introduce himself. He's been on bed.
The message is this: if you want a new direction on Friday, a new Prime Minister, a new government, action on the economy, getting our country moving again, vote Conservative on Thursday. Anything else will be uncertainty or fudge or muddle, or with Gordon Brown stuck with what we've got. If you want change, change that works, change that can deliver, change you can be sure of, please vote Conservative on Thursday. We can roll up our sleeves and get to work building a stronger country from Friday. Thank you very much indeed.
And not just over the last 3 or 4 weeks, but actually over the last 24 hours. I'm not quite sure where we are at the moment. But I tell you, when we've been on that bus talk to you about one of them earlier today in Wales. We went to a school, a junior school which David had been to before, and all the kids were really delighted to see him. And as he was walking in, they all had their hands up in the air and they were giving him high fives. And one of the young kids put both hands up and David gave him a double high five. I was walking up behind David and doing my little bit as well. And as I walked up to this kid, he put his hands up and he said, "He touched my hands." At which point I thought he was putting his hands up for me, and I gave him a high five, and he was appalled. He looked at me as if it was the most awful thing to him that day. But it's been a fantastic campaign. But I want to say today to you that I want this to be the last time. Let me explain. I, you, the country, we're looking for a new Prime Minister. The kind of guy who is calm and measured under pressure. And the last 36 hours with odd food and very little sleep, I tell you, I campaigned alongside a chap who did just that. The kind of guy who doesn't just believe in public services, but actually enjoys it too. Somebody who's relaxed, comfortable about who he is, where he comes from, and where he's going. Somebody who's passionate about our country, committed to taking the helm under some of the most challenging economic circumstances, but optimistic about the future. And a guy who's inspirational as a leader, supportive with his team. And as I said at the beginning, I want this to be the last time that I stand on a platform like this and introduce him as the leader of the opposition. And you have done so much. As I look around, I see so many candidates and activists that I've been working with and working alongside over the last 3-4 years. And we now have just over 24 hours until that ballot closes. So let's get out there once more to make sure that on Friday we get a Prime Minister with the qualities, passion and vision to steer this country to better times. And for the very last time, can you give a very, very warm welcome to the leader of the opposition, David Cameron.